Hi everyone, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to be showing you Blood Rage, kind of. Really, I'm here to show you the app Dized, which is hoping to teach you board games without the rules in a more interactive and fun kind of a way. So, if you've seen a lot of my videos then and know the kind of games that I like, Blood Rage is not one of those games. But Ice Cool wasn't an option, and King Domino we were already quite familiar with. So to get the experience of learning a game from scratch with Dized, we have gone with Blood Rage, and Rachel and I have played a game of Blood Rage. Shock horror! Through this game, it taught us right from the start. So you choose the game. The games are hoping to have a rules lookup tool, like a reference, as well as the tutorials. King Domino has both. At the moment, Blood Rage just has the tutorial part. So you press the game that you want, you press the tutorial, it has to download a little file, and then you press play. There is narration, there's music, there's everything in this, so I'm going to shut up for a little bit to give you a quick idea of what it's like when the app actually starts.
Odin Allfather, in his wisdom, always knew Ragnarok would come. He never found a way to prevent the destruction of Midgard. Lesser creatures can only cower and wait for the end. But not you. You are a Viking, leader of a proud and ancient clan. Even in the face of final doom for all the world, you will command your warriors on the field of battle.
I'm going to be rude and skip him along a little bit. Oh. Okay, quiet down. That is all from the rulebook. That's from the beginning of the rulebook. You know, the introduction, the flavor text of the game. That is represented in this in the kind of, it uses art from the game as well, and some really good narration, I think, and music to get you really in the mood for the game. So it asks. He's going to keep doing this, isn't he? So if you say you've got a brand new copy of the game, which we did when we started, it was a brand new copy of the game, it tells you all the things you need to do of open this deck, punch these things out, put these bases on these models, and yeah, it guided us through the entire, first time setup process. It was really cool. So no, we're not playing with a brand new copy of the game. So there are 4 clans. The Raven Clan. Okay, there's the Serpent Clan, the Wolf Clan, and the Bear Clan. Let's speed him along a little bit. So here I have the Bear and the Serpent. And it's guiding you through the setup. Take this, have a look at your clan board. Get your figures ready. I've taken the liberty of doing that ahead of time, of getting all of my figures. We've got the ships. Now this is early access. There's a couple of graphical glitches like that in it, but nothing, not a big deal. So get the extra bases, get the clan tokens, put the clan tokens on here, so it's guiding us through the setup of the game. I've skipped ahead there because I know how to play thanks to Dized. So it gives you the setup of the game. And I was really impressed for the player count that you're playing with as well. So the changes for 2 players, it includes in the setup. Now, unfortunately, there's no option for 2 of you are sitting on the same side. So we're going to have to say it's the other way around. There we go.
The Blood Rage game board is a map of the mythical terrain around Yggdrasil, the great tree that binds the 9 worlds together.
And so it's explaining, here we are in the explanation of the game. This is what all the provinces are, these are the rivers, this is the central area. We'll skip them along a little bit, because we don't want to fully teach you Blood Rage. This is in early access on the App Store, by the way, or in the Android shop thing, there, where you can try it yourself. But yeah, take the Valhalla sheet, take the Age Track sheet. We've got the 9 square pillage tokens. So the green one goes on Yggdrasil. The rest of them get shuffled and placed in the areas. Shall we skip through the setup a little bit here? Here we go. So because it's a two-player game, it said get 3 of these tokens, reveal them, and these are going to be shut down.
Look at the names on the
Find the
tokens
names.
and place them face down on the corresponding provinces. These provinces are now destroyed and are no longer part of the game.
There we go. So we put in 3 of these that will be destroyed at the start of the game because it knows that we're 2 players and is changing its tutorial based on what we are doing. Here we go. I've skipped through the setup a little bit. It's now going to choose who is the first player for us as well. So I get the first player horn. And now it teaches us the actual game. It's guided us the whole way through the setup, including the differences for 2 players.
Blood Rage takes place over 3 ages. This tutorial will take you through the first age of the game, teaching you as you play. Every round, you'll uncover more about the game. Since this is your first time playing, we'll go through things gradually. But the next time you play, you can use every action and card from your first turn. After that, you'll know enough to play on your own, although the tutorial will still take you through the end of each age. If you ever forget something that has already been taught to you, or want to learn more, tap this icon. Let's start the game.
And so now it's going to guide us through a game, turn by turn, introducing more elements each turn. So how you win, get the most glory. How do you get glory? Through battle. There's 3 ages, there's these phases. Now we get some cards.
Time for the action phase. Move the Saga token on the age track forward to the action phase slot. The action phase is the main part of the game, where invading and pillaging takes place. Battles are fought, and blood is spilled. Each player begins the action phase with 6 rage, as indicated on your clan sheet. Each action you make will cost you rage. Be careful how you spend your rage. If you run out, you won't be able to perform any actions, even those that do not cost any rage. At the start of the next age, you gain all your rage back. Bear Clan, you start.
So it's going to give me some options of the things that I could do at the start.
Warriors can battle and pillage. You need to move troops onto the board. There are 2 actions that allow you to get your troops onto the board: invading and upgrading. You can pay rage and use the invade action to invade a village. Or you can pay rage to use the upgrade action. Upgraded units are placed on the board for free. For now, you can only use the upgrade action this way if you have any black upgrade cards in your hand which have the text Leader or Warrior on them.
Do we have that? Leader or Warrior? There's a Leader one. There's a Warrior one. There we go. Oh, that's a 3-player plus card. That shouldn't have been in there. There we go, another one. So, it's told me about 2 of the actions. I want to get some things onto my board, which is, you know, it's guiding you through. You need units on the board to do a lot of the things in the game and to score glory in the game. So those are the first actions that it's teaching me. So let's upgrade then. We've got a lot of rage. Let's have my leader out, the Lord of Hammers. So I'm going to upgrade.
Which upgrade card do you want to use?
It knows which cards there are out of those 2 categories. I'll have the Lord of Hammers.
Lord of Hammers is an upgrade for your leader. Upgrade cards cost rage shown in the red circle. In this case, the rage cost is 3. Move your clan token 3 to the left on your rage track. Now, place the upgrade card on top of your leader upgrade slot on your clan sheet. This new card gives your leader a special effect. After successfully pillaging with your leader, you may move him to an adjacent province. Note that successfully pillaging means starting the pillaging action and gaining the pillage reward. Every time you upgrade a unit, if you have the corresponding figure in your reserve, you can invade with it for free. Place your leader on any empty village in any outer province that has not been destroyed yet.
Let's go to Gimli. And now our turn is over. And so Marty gets the same option.
Would you like to invade or upgrade?
Well, let's see. He'll invade, so it will tell us another action. It'll describe another action to us.
When invading, you need to pay rage equal to a figure's strength to get them on the board. For now, let's invade either with your leader or warrior. Warriors have a strength of 1, so they cost 1 rage to place onto the board. Leaders are special. They have a strength of 3, but cost no rage when invading. Each province has their own reward, which can later be pillaged if you have troops stationed there. Which figure do you want to invade with?
Let's just say a warrior. He's going to save his rage. Just needs to pay 1 rage, and he can put a warrior out onto the board. He'll compete with me, why not?
Move your rage counter down by 1. Place one of your warriors on any empty village in any outer province that has not been destroyed yet.
And he'll place him over here. So now Marty's turn is over, and bit by bit it's going to introduce... Now we're in round 2, it's going to introduce 2 more actions to us. So we are playing the game. And it'll describe these 2 new actions. And how we play them and what we do. And so we can now do the first 2 things we learned, but we could also do some of the new options as well. And it's going to keep on like this, introducing more and more new things until eventually it's going to say, okay, you know the basics, now keep going. You can look up these things anytime you want, but keep going through the round. Now here's what happens at the end of the round. Here's how we set up the new round, and on and on and on. You know, kind of stepping back more and more, taking the stabilizers off us and letting us go off on our own until we are playing Blood Rage entirely by ourselves with this handy little lookup. And you can go back and look at things that it's told you again, and it will go through the interactive explanation again. And that is kind of it. We can keep going forwards, but you know, you can download the app if you want to be taught Blood Rage. You don't want me filming the entire app for you. So that is a quick example of what this Dized app is going for and the way it goes about it. I've played Blood Rage, which, you know, it's not a very complicated game, but it taught it so well. I was impressed from the start. I mentioned it a few times. You know, in rulebooks in general, it can be confusing how they're set up if it isn't describing the components properly, or then you've got to set it up like this way and then look on page such and such for how the 2-player rules are set up. I don't want to do that. I just want to get on with setting up the game. I want it all there for me. Dized did that. It's all integrated in there. You tell it up front who is playing and what role they're playing, if you're in a game that has a particular role like this one does, and then it's off and it's setting it all up for you, telling you exactly what you need to do. It's on the screen, the exact components that you need, and then for teaching you the game, just as if you were having a demo at a convention or something. Bit by bit, you are playing the game from the start. You are making limited choices, and maybe you haven't got all of the information to be able to make big strategic decisions, but it's your first game. You're not making strategic decisions, are you? You're just trying to learn it and get the rules down. And as I said, I would love to see it with a more complicated game. I would love to see a Dized Lisboa interactive tutorial or something like that. But hey, that's just draw a card, play a card, right? But for Blood Rage, we were up and playing right away, and yeah, it isn't the most complicated game in the world, but it was fun to learn as well. It's, while not being our kind of game really, take the attacking out, then maybe I'd be interested. But despite all of that, just in the way that it taught the game, I was really, really impressed with it, and I would love to see this in more games. There are games that maybe are a bit far away from that because they can't even really get a good rulebook together, some of them, but skipping that stage and going for an interactive tutorial like this would be a massive advance, I think. It is kind of a hurdle to new people to coming into board games, seeing the kind of dense rulebooks and the walls of text and things. It can be very, very off-putting. And just another thing to make that more comfortable. You know, we've got the gaming rules videos or the watch it played tutorials that are, you know, an easier way, a more visual way of learning a game. You know, watching a video for some people can be way more engaging than reading a dry rulebook, but the app, you know, is another addition to that, another way of learning the game, and I think it can be a really, really big thing. It would depend, of course, on how much support it gets, how many publishers want to get involved, how many games end up on it, but as kind of a proof of concept, as an early thing, I'm really, really impressed with Dized, and I can't wait to see what else it does. So, the campaign for Kickstarter is on now, I would expect. So I will put a link in the description. If it's not on quite yet, I'll put the link there when it is there. But I hope this has given you a little taste of Dized. As I said, you can download it yourself and flick through the, you know, it's not going to ask if you have the games. It's not going to check. The police aren't going to come around. You can have a flick through it if you want and have a look at the Ice Cool, Blood Rage, or King Domino tutorials. And yeah, get a feel for it yourself. See if it's something you would be interested in helping to get moving. But I've been very, very impressed with it, and I hope that this has given you, this maybe piqued your interest. Anyway, I'm going now. Bye.